Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Krystal and I am so excited that you are here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all my future crafty videos, and any of the products or links I mention in this video I will put in the description box down below. So if you are interested in knowing what products I'm using or tools, you can find the information down there. Okay, so today I am working on another project using my Ali Edwards Friends Story Kit. I have seen a lot of crafters out there doing spreads about their furry friends, and I figured I would jump right on that bandwagon and create a spread for our cat. His name is Mr. Dibs. He's Dibs, but everybody just calls him Mr. Dibs. Anyway, he hears his name. He's coming over here. That's funny. Okay, so I actually, a while back, I got a traveler's notebook that I was going to start and add to specifically for Dibs, but I never started it. Like I never did it. It just sat on a shelf forever. I actually took part of this, I took this notebook apart and used a portion of the pages to create another traveler's notebook. So this one is currently not together. Like you can see it pulls all apart, and I'm okay with that. I'm just going to make some pages in here and then I'll probably bind it all together. I'll stitch it together once I have enough pages that it feels full, I guess, to me. So I am starting this traveler's notebook. This will be the first spread in the page. And I went ahead and I've got my, I've told you guys this before, that I use my envelopes to like house all of my projects in. So I created a sketch for this. It's not much. I just know that I wanted a full photo and I wanted the other side to have some kind of circle element to it. So I went ahead and printed this photo of Dibs as a full page photo. So that is going to go on one side. I'm just going to pull out a couple of these papers to work on. We'll leave the rest aside. So, so his photo is going to go, what's happening right now? There we go. His photo is going to go on the right hand side, and then for the left hand side, what I did is I pulled out some watercolors the other day and made a bunch of backgrounds that matched the colors of this kit. So like as an example, there's the hearts, so I just used like blues and peach and yellow and like a corally pink color because that's really the colors of this kit. So I had a whole bunch of backgrounds to pick through, and I really liked the way that this one, I just like the way that it looks. So I chose this background, and then I went and grabbed a bunch of the journaling cards that came in the kit, and I wasn't thinking. I just went ahead and punched out the circles before I turned the camera on. So sorry about that, but I do have a bunch of circles here. Now, some of the cards, like this one says love you because that was at the top of the card. So I did punch it off knowing that I will probably, that I will add it to like the top there. So then this portion with the stripe on it was the bottom of that card. And I just did the same thing and I punched out the bottom. So I did that on a couple of these, like this one with the flower went with this card right here. And then these ones I punched in the middle. So I am going to be using circles and embellishments, and I'm going to journal inside of this, probably these two cards right here about Dibs. And I think we'll go from there. So maybe I'm debating whether to put you guys on fast forward or just chat it. Maybe I'll just chat you guys up. So let's start with watercoloring stuff. So I have a set of watercolors that I purchased from Michael's, and they were really inexpensive. They were like the $5 ones, and they actually look really nice. I'm surprised. I did that because I don't really know anything about watercoloring besides like what we did in, I don't know, in grade school. So I figured like, well, I'll just get the cheapy kind, and then if I like it, I can invest later in some nicer ones. But honestly, they're really good quality. Like, I'm super happy with it. Okay, so I think I want to do those there. Like, I kind of want to do maybe like that. Okay, sorry, I'm going to think about this for a second because I want this to be, let me move this down closer to me. I want this to be kind of like 3 clusters of these. Maybe this one can just be all the way in so you can see the full circle like that, and that will be cut off. I like the blue. Okay, maybe I'll have it like that. These go down here, those go up there. Because it is a watercolored page, it does have some warping, but I'm hoping that when I tape it down into the book, that it will flatten itself out a little bit. Okay, so I kind of like these too, these like circly embellishments. Maybe like that, maybe like that. And then this one could go down there, or I could put you, I just got to think this through. So maybe I'll do it like that. Okay, I also have these little tiny circles, and you know what? I have these stickers. Okay, well, I know I like the placement of these big circles, so let's go ahead and stick those down. So I have an order in with Amazon to get some new roller tape. So hopefully that will get here, you know, sometime in the next week or so, because with everything that's going on, shipping is not as reliable anymore. So we'll see when I get it. I definitely should have thought about that and ordered it a lot sooner, because like, even for something like this, like circles with score tape is not fun. Let me see if I can just like round this up a little bit. All right, so I ended up having to speed this up and do a voiceover on top of it because as I was talking, my husband and my kids walked in from outside and just started screaming their heads off. So it was a little too loud. And so, you know, that's okay. We're just going to voice over the rest. So what I'm doing right now is adhering down those circles. And I'm going to skip over a lot of the, like, me putting tape on things and putting them down just because, one, it's a little boring to watch, and two, I'm using the score tape, like I said, and it takes like a million years to put tape on things. I cannot wait to get my roller adhesive just so I can do like these odd shaped things. Score tape's great for straight lines, but it's annoying with circles and curves and all those things. So we've got all the circles down, and I'm going to pull over the picture, and next I'm going to work on figuring out how to bulk up those clusters as well as add some embellishments onto the photo. Now, with the photo, I'm able to make some really quick decisions, and then with the clusters on the left-hand side, I really kind of struggled there for a bit and had to try out a lot of different options before I was happy with what I picked. So a lot of this is going to be me trying things out and then moving them and trying something different and trying, you know, just lots of trial and error. So on the picture of Dibs, I end up just using a banner that says Forever Friends and the red with the yellow heart inside of it. And right now I have a blue little chipboard heart, and I will end up changing that out for gray because I'm going to put hearts on the opposite side as well. So when I was figuring out the left-hand side of this spread, I pulled over the sticker sheet, and you can see that I'm just very lightly placing them onto the page. Like, I am not sticking them down quite yet because I want to be able to move them around and just try and build clusters with them. But if I don't like it, I want to be able to move it back off. So those are just really, really lightly placed onto the page, which is why I'm able to move them around a whole bunch. Once I'm happy with it, though, I will, press them down real, like seal them down. I don't know, so that they don't move. Anyway, so I'm going to be clustering up those cardstock stickers as well as some of the pleather embellishments. I really love the texture of the pleather circle embellishments. Those have been some of my favorite embellishments with the Allie Edwards kits of late. I really like them. I also debated adding the fabric circle just because the size was the same. I end up not doing it though and just letting it be cardstock and pleather for the embellishments. And then I will add on the hearts, which gives me some chipboard. I just felt like it was starting to get too much. And so I started, when I was doing this page, I started by just throwing down all the things. And then I eventually put a lot of it back because it just became too cluttered for me. And I wanted it to be a little bit less. So, while I am doing that, let me tell you guys a little bit about Dibs. So Dibs was a wedding present for us from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is like a through and through cat lady. She loves cats, and like she and my brother-in-law had, at one time I think they had like 3 or 4 at their house. Now they're down to 2. And so when we got married, they gifted us a cat for our wedding, which was super cool. We ended up actually getting 2. So we had Mr. Dibs, and then we had his brother, who we named Pops. Unfortunately, Pops had like an illness. I think it's called FIP, feline infectus. It's been a long time since I've looked. I don't know what that, I can't remember what it stands for, but it was an incurable disease that his brother had, and it's not super common with cats, but common enough. But there was nothing they could do, and it's fatal. So he did end up passing away on the exact day that we got him a year later. So we had Pops for an entire year, and then Dibs is his brother. So, of course, we were very worried about Dibs because the disease can hit anytime in the first 3 years of their life. So we were worried that he was going to get it too. We're just so blessed that he didn't, like so thankful that he didn't. He is now 6, and he is like a dog cat. Like, people who don't like cats usually like Mr. Dibs because he acts like a dog. Except for around our kids. Like, he's not super fond of the kids because they like abuse him. But he is really good about not, like, he doesn't scratch or bite or do anything like that. He's really good with them, considering that they are young and don't have a whole lot of control over their bodies quite yet. So anyways, that's a little bit about Dibs. I did take the card or the journaling page aside, and I put my journaling in the circles that had kind of areas for it. So in the Love You Because, and then I am adhering both the photo and the journaling side, the watercolor page, into my traveler's notebook. The journaling on the page just says, "Dibs, you are and will always be our first fur baby. From the moment you joined our family, we felt complete. I love all your snuggles and that you're always nearby. You add so much love and warmth to our family. I'm so thankful for you." So, I mean, that was just simple journaling about him, and how he makes us feel. So that is basically going to be that. Let's slow you guys down and close out of this video. All right, you guys, so that finishes up this spread for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this process video and maybe learning a little bit more about Mr. Dibs, since, he doesn't get a lot of spreads to himself. I feel really awesome, though, having gotten something done in his book, and I just need to remember to add him to my monthly schedule. Every month I try to tell at least one story for Izzy and one story for Jonah, and I feel like Dibs needs a story a month too, just so I can start to fill up his book with pictures and stories and stuff, because he won't always be with us forever. So I would like to have a way to remember him. he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I think he's only 6 years old, so he's not that old, but just saying. Anyway, I hope you guys feel inspired to maybe pull out some pictures of your pets and tell a story about your furry friend. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up down below, and then that's going to do it for me for today. So until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.